Hey guys, so today we're going to terminate an Ethernet cable. In this case, this one here, this is shielded CAT 6. So first thing we do is strip the outer casing, bend it around, and make sure always that your blade is not so tight that you're, like I just did, cut the drain. No, I didn't. Here's the drain. So this is the drain. You want to cut through the, get the foil, break the foil off. All right. Next step we do is take our pairs and bend them out from the center spline. And this little string is always a pain in the ass, but get rid of that. And let's make sure we get our drain, our ground wire, laid back against the shield because we don't need that. Now we give a little bit of tug on this spline here. And grab our razor knife, and what I do is I nick these little ribs just a little bit. I hope you can see that, and make sure you don't nick any insulation or anything. And once you get these nicked a little bit, that spline tends to pop right out of there. That's what keeps the proper twist and separation and everything of the pairs, and that should then pop right off. There we go. All right, now we get our color codes. You can look at them. They're all available on the internet. And there's a couple of different ones. But the most common one is orange and white orange, green and white blue, blue and white green, brown and white brown. And this here is safety wire plier. This is used a lot in aviation. I don't know what else really uses safety wire. But this twists the wire. And this one here is reversible. I got it taped only to go to left hand because it has a tendency to keep snapping back to right hand twist, but it'll lock on, and I have found that this is the best way, hands down, to untwist these pairs. Just lock that on there, and every time you give it a pull, it gives a twist. You end up with really nice laying cables there. At the end, you just finish up by yourself, by hand, and there we go. We got the green and white and the green. Next pair is get the orange, white, and orange. Get that untwisted there. You see what a nice job the safety wire twisting pliers do. Look at that, how nice and flat that, straight that lays out. Right up to the outer sleeve, nice and straight. We'll do our blue, white, blue. White and blue. Beautiful. All right, so we've got our pairs here. Now, what I'll do is I'll put them all together and just clip them so they don't hang up on each other. Right? And now look where we're going to start. We're going to start with orange and white and orange. So let's get this turned around to where it's going to be a little bit more convenient to get them to lay where we want. So we take orange and white and orange. So orange and white on top, and then orange. Then we want the green and white right here. Next wire is going to be blue. So we go to blue, then blue and white, then green. See where it lays? Yeah, we want to go this way. Green, then brown and white, and brown. All right, so now we've got these laid out the way they need to be. See there? And you kind of look, get it pressed together nice and tight. And all in order. Orange and white, orange, green and white, blue, blue and white, green, brown and white, and brown. Right? So that looks good there. Now what I do, once I get this together, you want to clip these ends one more time. And then we'll use our RJ45, which in this case is a shielded one. And we'll get these wires just started. And this is a push through, and I love the push throughs. Really, I think this is one of the greatest things they've ever done. I see the brown one getting a little bit pulled back. Not a big deal. We will take it and give it just a little bit of help to make sure we are getting everything in even. Looks pretty nice and square there, right? See there, now we got all this laid out. We're beautiful here. Now we're going to take this drain this ground wire and give it a nice tight wrap around the outer insulation. And once we get that down, we got it snug there. Okay, now we've got our copper tape. What I do with this copper tape, this is with conductive insulation. Make sure when you buy it, some people sell it just for crafts, which does not have the conductive adhesive rather. Make sure you get the one that has conductive adhesive. All right, and then I just score it with a knife, and you can peel it off really easily. It's much easier than to do that. And inch by an inch, and 1 inch tape by 1 inch works beautifully. You could use a little bit less, but it just works great for me like this. So what I take here now, this is where our wrap is, right? Put it on here. I go over the edge just a little bit here. See there? And we give this a nice tight twist around that drain wire. See there? And particularly with this kind of cable, it gets really tight to push it into these connectors. So then I have one little trick that I do also. I'll take a regular plier. Parallel jaw would probably be better, but regular plier, we'll flatten it like that. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze like that. And then I got a little bitty skinny needle nose. And I take it on the sides and squeeze it there. And then we turn this into a pretty perfect rectangle that's going to fit right into that connector. And we don't damage our copper or anything. So, looking good. Now we can push in here. There we go. And again, see the brown wants to push back. You want to make sure that these keep their integrity. We're going to do a certifier on it later in a few minutes. We'll probably show that too, why not? And you can also just grab your wire ends, helps you get it all worked in there. And then you push into the connector. We have all this clear window here. We want to make sure we're in as far as we can reasonably go. So we take a look here, give it a good push, and look at that. Isn't that nice? It's all in there. Now we can verify our colors. Orange and white, orange, green and white, blue, blue and white here, blue and white, green, brown and white, brown. Isn't that nice? So let's get these laid out again, nice and straight. And this is a crimping tool. This one is made by Klein. Yeah, Klein. And this tool here, there's an adjustment on where it trims. And if you read the reports, people say, oh, it doesn't cut all the wires and whatnot. Yeah, well, this has to be correctly adjusted. Not the end of the world. But we're in, we're good. We got the nice correct color codes and everything. Get it in, click it. There, it's all the way in, right? Look at your wires here. Everything looks correct. Make sure those wires are sitting where the blade is going to cut them. And we give it a squeeze with the ratchet all the way down. Okay. And oh wow, like I said, I didn't really cut it. Yeah, it did. There we go. A shielded RJ45 CAT 6 connector. Okay guys, so today, continue here, we're going to certify. This is an Agilent certifier. Let's head over to the other room. That was the remote unit we just saw. And over here we have the main. And we'll go ahead and give it a test. And we'll say quick check. That's a pass. Beautiful. Let's go back. Yeah, we don't need to save these results. Let's go back. Exit without saving. And now we're going to do a certify, which I think is the same thing. I don't know what this does. Never seen that, but whatever. Well, it seems we're a pass.